Hi everyone, my name is Liz. I read and welcome to another reading vlog. So I'm so excited because today is my daughter's first day of school. I think I may talk about that after I talk about what I'm reading, but I've been on a journey. But anyways, if you're wondering, I'm in the middle of reading What Light by J. Asher. This is a Christmas book. It's YA contemporary. I've read like 50 pages. It's a very short book. It's 250 pages. So I read this a couple days ago. I took a break from reading to do some editing and things like that. And then yesterday wasn't a very good day. So I didn't do any reading, but I figured that's, you know, if you need to take a day, you need to take a day, right? So that's the way I'm thinking. Today, my plan is to read the majority of the day. That's what I want to do. But I do want to go on the computer for a little bit. So let's talk about my kids going back to school. So I was homeschooling for a long while. I was not ready to send my kids back to school. I was nervous about it. I decided to homeschool. The homeschooling adventure was a rigmarole in itself. If you don't want to hear any of this, you can skip ahead. I'll maybe put a timestamp here if you're not interested in this, but I don't know, I just thought I'd share. So I signed my daughter up. She's in grade 1, and I signed her up for an online school, a virtual school, and it didn't work out. It didn't end up being a virtual school. It ended up being basically a homeschool. I didn't want to have the responsibility of providing materials for my kid. I wanted that on someone else. And in a lot of ways it was that, but I was the main facilitator. So I didn't understand that going in, and it wasn't very well explained. But that's basically what it ended up being. And even though I wasn't the official teacher, I felt like I was doing the teacher's work, basically. And so I was finding it really frustrating. And when I was wanting to coordinate with the teacher, they weren't very supportive as much as I wanted them to be. My daughter is quite bright, and I was doing the materials that they wanted her to do, even though I knew she was further along. Anyways, I unenrolled her with that and then decided to do it myself. I am a trained educator, so I know how to do it. I know how to read curriculum. I know how to create materials and things like that. At the end of the day, I don't want to be a teacher, so I wasn't enjoying it, I guess. And I was finding it really overwhelming. It's a lot of work. It was just bringing a lot of stress to our lives, and it wasn't working. So after some reflection, I decided to send my daughter back to school, and I'm sending my son, who you're probably hearing in the background, back to preschool. I'm feeling like the schools are doing a good job, and that I wanted to see what numbers we're going to do with COVID, and I just wasn't quite ready. But I know I'm not a teacher. I don't want to be a teacher, even if it's to my own kids. It's not what I want to do. So I think we've made the right choice, but yesterday I was really nervous about it. Like, I was really scared. But once dropping her off and seeing how things are set up, I feel so much better about it, and I think it's good for everyone. I think it's good for me. I think it's good for the kids, my kids, and it's just gonna work out. That's my little story, and I'm like, oh, feel so much better. I get really overwhelmed easily with, I don't know, I just get overwhelmed sometimes. The kids make a lot of noise and it overwhelms me, and so it's nice to have the break. It's nice to have quiet. Even with just my son home most of the time, the noise level is so much lower. I get a break from the stress, I guess. So I'm looking forward to things going kind of back to normal. It's been however long COVID's happened, since March. That's how long my kids have been home, and so yeah, I'm excited for that. But I'm gonna start my day. I'll do some reading a little bit later, and that's the plan.
You did it. It looks like a bug. I can't even go down. Hold on.
go in front of the camera, then you can see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna turn it off now. Okay? Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'm gonna get started now. I'm gonna get reading. So, it's much later, and it's going really well. I'm like halfway through. I'm on page 143, and I'm really enjoying my time reading this. It's just sweet. It's a sweet story. I don't think I talked about this book yet, so I will now. So we follow Sierra. She is a farm girl. Her parents grow Christmas tree farms, and I forget where they live, but they don't live in, every Christmas they drive to California, and they have a Christmas tree lot there, and they sell Christmas trees. And she's been going ever since she was a small kid, ever since she was a baby basically. She goes and helps out her parents sell the Christmas trees. And so she kind of has two different lives. She has her normal everyday life back at the farm, and where she has her friends there, but she helps out on the farm. And then every Christmas she goes down and has her Christmas time, her Christmas life, her California life. She has a best friend in California, and they spend time together. She's there for over a month. Like, they go the day after Thanksgiving, and then they drive down to California and sell Christmas trees the whole entire season. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a love story. So she falls for a boy who donates Christmas trees. He uses his tip money that he makes at a restaurant, and he buys people who are in need Christmas trees. And they kind of fall in love. He has a bit of a mysterious past. I was kind of shocked by the mysterious past that he has. So I think I want to say triggers for kind of an attack with a knife. You don't see it happen. It's just mostly a story told. But I'm kind of really enjoying myself. I'm really enjoying this love story. It's just like a sweet Christmas love story. It reads not quite like a Hallmark movie, but it is definitely a YA contemporary romance set in the Christmas time. I just like the concept. I like the idea that she sells Christmas trees. I don't think I've ever read a story about that, and I like seeing her life as a Christmas tree seller. She works with her parents. It's her and her parents that live in a trailer on the lot while they do this. She has a best friend. They hang out. They do Christmas things together, and she's falling for this boy, and it's just so adorable. I love it. It's exactly what I want right now. I have, I think, 110 pages left. I don't know if I'll finish today, but I'm going to keep reading. I have a snack. I'm going to keep reading. I'm really enjoying it. So far, it's going to be probably a 4-star. I'm not obsessed, but I'm really enjoying the story, and I think it's so adorable, and I want to read more from this author. I kind of want to look him up and just see if he has other things, because in this book it's saying that he only has the 3 books, the 13 Reasons Why, this one, and then The Future of Us, which I do own, and that one's different. It's a different concept too. I like how J. Asher has some kind of unique concepts. So The Future of Us is set in the 90s and is about these teen kids who stumble upon Facebook and they can see their future lives on Facebook. So obviously in the 90s there was no Facebook, there was no internet the way we know it now, and that they are seeing themselves in the future by scrolling through Facebook, I think is so interesting. And that's the only concept I know. I don't really remember anything else, except I think it features a boy and a girl, and I think they're next door neighbors. Maybe there's some kind of like romance plot there. I don't know. But I'm really excited to keep eating. Or start eating, I should say. I got my favorite crackers in the world. Multigrain wheat thins, and they have to be multigrain. I don't know why. I can't eat just normal wheat thins, but I'm gonna have a snack and keep eating. I'm gonna have a snack and keep reading. Just can't get over how adorable this is. It's so cute. I'm like dying. It's so adorable. I'm waiting for my kids to go to sleep. They're going to sleep any minute now, and my husband and I are going to watch The Mandalorian. We started watching it Saturday night, I think. And we watched like the first 6 episodes of season 1, and so we only have like 4 to 6 episodes left.
Mom.
Good night.
Good night. Having fun.
Mm-hmm. Say good night.
Good night.
Jamie, come say good night. Say good night. On there. Say good night. Look right there. Say good night. Say good night.
Good night.
So we watched the first 6 episodes Saturday, and I think we're gonna finish it. Like we watched the first 6 episodes of so we watched the first 6 episodes of season 1. We have 2 more left in season 1, and then I think we only have like 3 or 4 for season 2, and then we'd be caught up. And I'm like obsessed with it. So good. I'm like upset, not really upset, but I'm like wished I watched it sooner. But now I can be caught up really quickly, and I'm so obsessed with Mando and Baby Yoda. They're just, I can't stand it. It's just like the best thing in the world. So I'm really excited to watch. But once I figure out what I'm gonna read, I will probably let you know. I'll probably read a little bit before bed. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You excited?
Yep. I look it, right?
Yay!
Stand down.
So, I finished this. I loved this so much. It was so sweet. Like, it was just so soft. And I just loved this story. It was super cute and adorable, and I loved the couple. I loved the guy. He was just such a great guy, and it's star-crossed lovers, and I'm learning, like, I love that so much, where it seems like they can't be together. I almost prefer that as the final conflict than some like arbitrary miscommunication or something. It was so good. Absolutely loved it so much. It was just soft. It like, that's the best way to describe this, is that it's soft and adorable. The guy, he like donates Christmas trees, and the girl like goes along with him while he donates all these Christmas trees, and it's about them getting to know each other and getting past kind of his past, and him kind of like coming to terms with his past. And oh my goodness, I really loved it a lot. I think the thing I'm struggling with is like what to rate this. I don't know if I'm like obsessed, like 5-star level obsessed, but at the same time I'm like loved it so much where it almost, I feel like it almost deserves a 5-star. Like, I don't think I have any real criticisms. It's just didn't quite give me the same feels as a lot of the 5 stars do, but I still really enjoyed it a lot. So it's somewhere between a 4 and a 5. Which is still an amazing rating, and it means it's still really, really good. So I really recommend this if you want a YA contemporary romance. It reads on the younger side, kind of, but not really. Like, it reads like a typical YA contemporary set at Christmas time, which, you know, I shouldn't say I haven't read a lot of those. Like, I've read a decent amount, but I feel like a lot of contemporaries are usually during the summer. At least the ones that I can think of. So I like how this is set during Christmas time. It's very much like a Christmas, I don't even really want to call it a Hallmark movie because, or like a Hallmark movie, because I think it's better than that. I think it's really good. And if you're looking for YA contemporary romance set during the Christmas time, this is really good. And I really liked his writing a lot. I was really blown away with how realistic he wrote Sierra. Like I said before, like, I've never read an author who, like a male author who wrote a female character, and I felt super believable. I could really see how much like these two characters just like fell in love, and like you just got to see their love story, and it was so good, and it was so sweet and so soft, and I really, really enjoyed this a lot. So this is a high recommendation from me if you want something in this genre. It was so good. I highly recommend it. That is it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you have not done so, you can follow me on Goodreads and Instagram. And you know what? I want you to keep reading. Bye.